This is my first time using my GoPro in the car.
And Jenny won.
I just want to thank myself and only myself.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amber Ruffin. Thank you, Jenny Hagel. See you again soon.
Bye.
Thank you. Jenny Hagel and Amber Ruffin write for and appear on Late Night with Seth Meyers. Our next contestants are a married musical couple joining us from their home in Nashville, Margot Price and Jeremy Ivy. Margot's new album, That's How Rumors Get Started, is out right now. Margot, Jeremy, hello.
Hello.
Margot, you have a new album out, but obviously you are not on tour. How are you keeping busy?
We've really leaned into the home life, and we've got about 2,000 tomatoes that we grew.
Lots of tomatoes.
The only successful thing in our garden.
That's amazing.
You're doing that thing where you're begging your neighbors to take tomatoes away from you? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, before you grow tomatoes, you never understand why people are always like, do you want some tomatoes?
Yeah. It's a tomato apocalypse.
And I saw the music video that you just put out for Letting Me Down. That was as part of the Jimmy Kimmel concert series, where it's all around a pool. It actually looks like, because you're wandering around the pool and all the band members are around the pool in different places, it looks like you're all social distancing.
We are. Everyone in our camp has been like so overly cautious, and we talked about doing rehearsals again because we did like 100 days of solitude basically at the beginning of the COVID outbreak. But we really wanted to get back to seeing friends, and so we thought, let's just practice outside. It's safer. Everybody can stay apart. And yeah, that was their suggestion, because somebody on their team saw that we were having band practices outside around the pool, so they're like, do you just want to do your performance out there? And I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great. Well, I mean, I think it's very innovative, because a lot of Zoom performances were just looking into people's homes, it's pared down, and that is really interesting in its own way.
Yeah.
But this felt like a hybrid. It had the production value, like outside of this context. I think you're just like, yeah, someone shot a great music video.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it seemed like a good transition, because we've done some of the squares, everybody from their own homes, and it gets kind of visually tiring, As you can see in our shot, I just realized we have a vacuum in the background, so you're still getting a glimpse into.
I know what that is. I thought it was some sort of sculpture or maybe a robot. It is though. It's kind of a cool looking vacuum.
You know what? I'm glad you're cleaning, okay? I think that's really healthy.
We're not cleaning, we're just putting vacuums around the house.
Would you guys like to segue into a game?
Let's do it.
This is a music challenge. It is inspired by the song We Didn't Start the Fire, which lists dozens of historic events between 1949 and 1989.
Yeah. With no narrative, just a list of things. This happened. So here's the thing about this song. Billy Joel says that he wrote the lyrics to this song before he wrote the melody, which is not usually how he works. And this is a quote from him about the melody, that the melody is horrendous. This is Billy Joel talking. It's like a mosquito drowning. It's one of the worst melodies I've ever written. Mosquito drowning.
At least he was truthful with himself, because I tend to agree with that. So.
Yes. No, there are a few people who would disagree with Billy Joel about the awfulness of the melody of this song. So we decided to help in the only way we know how, which is to rewrite his other songs to make them about historic events from the 20th century. Okay. So now basically all of his songs are We Didn't Start the Fire, which is definitely a thing that nobody was asking for. I'm going to play a Billy Joel hit with the lyrics changed to be about an event that happened in the year that song peaked on the charts.
Okay.
To earn full credit, you only have to give me one of the following pieces of information. You can name the historic event, you can name the song that I'm parodying, or you can admit that you were the one who started the fire.
And why? And then I'm going to need I need a couple sentences as to why.
And we'd like to know why. It's on the Okay, here we go. I don't need your great soundtrack or your Ricky Lee Jones. I just want my Black Sabbath and my Jethro Tull. My new bird solo tape where it comes with some headphones. that 8-track?
No, a Walkman.
Walkman. Sony Walkman, that is correct. A Walkman, and also, it's obviously My Life. And My Life, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
You know, as I was thinking about the Walkman, I was just, because this totally gives you my age, but I went traveling after high school and I had a Walkman, and for a year I went traveling and I was like, wow, that is so crazy. I packed 6 cassette tapes and that was my music.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I listened to for a year on my device.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you had to, it just took so long to fast forward, you had to like the record. You
I had to like the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. There's a, and it's also the, I remember that I used to have cassette tapes that would have one album recorded on one side and another album recorded on the other side.
Yeah.
So I forever relate those two albums in my head, even though they were not in nothing to do anyway.
Well, I remember I had I didn't have a lot of tapes, but I remember I had a copy of Bread's Greatest Hits.
Oh,
Even Bread's Greatest Hits, you had to skip a few.
All right, Jeremy, here is one for you.
Okay.
Lake Placid night, the game is hockey. Oh, they're experienced and we are really young and green. Can this be right? The score is 4-3. Nobody thought we would kick butt in this Cold War fight.
Oh God, I wish I knew more about hockey. You May Be Right is the song.
That's correct.
I'm always going to be better with the name of the song than the historical event.
This was a Cold War. This was a Cold War related foe.
Okay, so
Did we
the score was 3-4.
Russia.
did we beat Russia?
Yeah, does that narrow it down?
Did we beat Russia? 3-4?
That's right.
Yeah,
It was the
okay.
It was the U.S. Defeating Russia, the Miracle on Ice in the
Nice.
1980 Winter Olympics.
It was
All right.
such a big deal that America won hockey. Canada
You
did a
in
lot
the
of
right lane,
miracles
you gotta
at the
wait your
Olympics.
turn.
Good job, Americans.
never bring up hockey around a Canadian. I swear.
Well, didn't that Nashville,
Well, I know that.
like just this last year or the year before, didn't Nashville, like we didn't win, but we got close.
You
Yeah.
did get close.
The Preds are pretty good, you know.
Everyone was like, what?
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so hot here.
All the frozen lakes in our neighborhood, you know.
I know.
It's a passion here in Nashville, you know.
Yep.
Okay, this is the last one, and it is for you, Margo.
Okay.
Precious, you'll be sign ex-president. Choppers here, get on board. 'Cause you left just before we impeached you. Oh great, now there's just Gerald Ford.
Well, it's Piano Man.
That's
It's definitely Nixon flipping the peace sign, Watergate.
That's correct.
And I have always thought Piano Man is best on the guitar.
Yes. Agreed.
That was fantastic. Was that the last one?
Yeah, sorry,
There's
that's
no
the
more?
last one.
Make up some more.
Make up some more.
Make up some more.
Always a woman, come on.
Don't tempt me, don't tempt me.
Always end on Piano Man. You guys did great, obviously. Obviously you did great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again. Thank you so much, Margo Price. Thank you so much for joining us, Jeremy Ivy.
Thank you. Y'all
Thank
take
you.
care, and thanks again.
That's Jeremy Ivy and Margo Price. Margo's new album, That's How Rumors Get Started, is out now. Coming up, I'm so excited to talk to the host of Top Chef and the new Hulu series Taste the Nation, Padma Lakshmi, and she's agreed to help me and Jonathan figure out what to do with all of those ingredients that have been sitting around our kitchens forever. So please unpack your knives and stay. I'm Ophira Eidsberg, and this is Ask Me Another from NPR.
People who climb Mount Everest naturally memorize the exact number of feet in altitude.
The number itself, 29,029, it just becomes something that you fixate on. It becomes just this special number.
Now scientists have remeasured. How do you know the height of the world's tallest mountain? Tomorrow on Morning Edition from NPR News.
Tomorrow morning from 4 to 9 on KERA 90.1. make you think that it's your idea? Work nights, weekends, holidays, through your son's baseball game, through your daughter's wedding, so maybe, just maybe, you can get the big prize. Well, this week on Snap, we played a little game. The Brass Room. It's not just storytelling with the beat. Do not miss it. Tonight at 8 on KERA 90.1.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from Capital One, offering reimagined banking to fit people's lives, like Capital One cafes, where customers can grab coffee, bank, and chat with an ambassador. What's in your wallet? More at CapitalOne.com. And Noom, a personalized weight loss program designed to give people knowledge to set new goals and the tools to stick to them for good. Learn more at Noom and OOM.com. This interview with Padma Lakshmi originally aired in July.
This is NPR's Ask Me Another. I'm Jonathan Colton. Here's your host, Ophira Eisenberg.
Thanks, Jonathan. It's time to welcome our special guest. She's been the host of the Bravo cooking competition show Top Chef since 2006, and her new Hulu show, Taste the Nation, is out now. Padma Lakshmi. Hello.
Hi. How you doing, Ophira?
I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm excited. I think a lot of people might not know that you are a comedy lover, and I read that in 2009, after you already had been hosting Top Chef for a couple of years, you actually enrolled in a class at UCB to take some improv.
Yes, I did. I was a theater major, and I was an actress before I got my gig at Top Chef, and so I love improv. People don't really know me for that anymore, and I just was craving that. So yeah, I signed up for one of their intensive seminars. I actually went through the program with a couple of them. I got to level 3, and then we performed.
Yeah.
It's no more, sadly, but we performed at the UCB Theater, and it was a lot of fun.
So have you ever thought since then that maybe you should gather a few people and start an improv group?
Well, right now I have my plate filled with 2 shows.
Right. Come on. Everyone has loads of time right now. Everyone has loads.
I mean, I would love to. I have since then done other things as a guest with different groups like ASCAT and others from UCB. So, I think if I want to, it's there for me. I think at some point in your life you have to grow up and just pick a lane or two. And so that's where I'm at right now. But I mean, God forbid either of the shows go away. I hope not. But I would love to go back into that. It is my first love. I mean, one of the things we do at home as a parlor game is do improv. My daughter is 10 and she's very good at improv.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so we do it. The only problem is that there's no end in sight. Like we never, we're like SNL. We can never figure out how to end the scene. And at some point, I'll just pull the ripcord and be like, okay, that's enough. We beat this horse to death.
That's an ending. That's a natural ending in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You've been hosting Top Chef since 2006. Now, contractually, you are the person as the host who has to taste and try every single dish prepared.